Now that we have created a BOM, let's go ahead and use it in an order and see how the BOM behaves in an order. So go to VA01 OR, enter your favorite customer, or you could take any order type you like. And the top level part is PC-101-1. If you get a message like this which says PC-101 and it's not defined for 1000, tens, and then language DE, the easiest solution to it is to go to MM02, enter your material, click on basic data, go to additional data, and then select the language that SAP has thrown the error for. In this case it's DE because it's a German sales org, and then I'm just going to copy whatever is here and then put it in here, save it. This applies to any materials where you get the same error. Okay, we're going to VA01. Again, use standard order or any other order of your liking, any customer that you like, that you have created maybe, and enter the material PC-101. What is the item category here? The item category is TAN, TAN. Alright, we don't know much about item categories yet, but there is some item category that you see, they are called TAN. A weird name, but we're going to explore the nomenclature in a bit. What has happened here? We have created a bill of material for PC-101. We are trying to order that material. But wouldn't it be nice if that bill of material that we have created, when you enter that in the system, it explodes into its components automatically? Well, in order for you to see that explosion automatically, we would have to do a bunch of configuration. Well, not really a bunch, maybe a couple of fields here and there. And before you go there, we should first start to explore item categories. So what is this item category? TAN. And what does it control? Just like the way your order is controlled by the order type, OR, ZOR, QT, IN, the line items in an order are controlled by the item category. Now we have seen the controls at the header level at a very detailed way. For example, we have seen what are number ranges, we have seen what are quotation messages, we have seen the different document types that are attached to the sales document type. We have seen somewhere close to 14 or 15 different controls in a document type. An item category is almost equally important, but luckily we don't have so many controls. I'm going to highlight or summarize a bunch of controls and kind of relate it to the same example that we have been seeing, the PC example. You will see one version of it and then you will understand the remaining things as we go forward. Alright, so here is our PC, and then here are our quantities, which we are not seeing yet, but we will in a bit. And then when you enter PC, the item category that came up was TAN, TAN. The name TAN might sound a little weird, but ideally it's actually simple if we were doing it the German way, which is OR in Germany stands for TA. OR in Germany stands for TA, and then they have just added a N to it at the end. Like if you do a VA01 TA, that's still a standard order. It's just that TA is a German name, whereas we use OR, the standard English name for that document type. Similarly, if you use QT to create a quotation, let's say VA21 QT, enter, and enter your customer, enter a material, say PC 101 quantity 1. What is the item category here? AGN. So why is AGN coming up as opposed to say QTN? Well, you've guessed it already. QT is the English equivalent for the document type AG. So you could as well type in AG here and then start doing your regular quotation. So that's the nomenclature behind QT, AG, and the respective item categories, say TAN or AGN. Alright, so we have TAN as the item category, and TAN or AGN, all of them have a bunch of controls behind them. What are the important controls behind an item category? And in order to understand that, we have to go to SPRO. So go to SPRO, IMG, Sales and Distribution, Sales, Sales Documents, Sales Document Item, and click on Define Item Categories. So here are our different item categories, and you can just go to Position and select TAN, AGN, or whatever item category you like, and go into the controls behind it by clicking on that magnifying glass. Alright, what are some of the important controls here? So let me just quickly go here and then try to capture a screenshot. Okay, this doesn't look good. We go here and try another screenshot. Okay, this is much better. Just resizing it. Okay, we have a screenshot of the item category. I'm going to quickly highlight the important fields here. Schedule lines allowed. 1. Item relevant for delivery. 2. Returns relevant. 3. Billing relevance. 4. Credit active. 5. Pricing. 6. Completion rule. 7. Special stock. 8. Billing block and billing plan. Let me call this as 9. And structural scope. 10. Along with application. Delivery group. 11. And most of this, like incompletion procedure, partner determination procedure, text determination procedure, are important, but we're not going to go there yet. So let me just call it as 12, and status profile is 13. Now I'll highlight what is important at this point. Let me change the color to, I don't know how to change colors, but anyway, let me highlight some of the sections by going to the previous screen, and here we go. This is 1, billing relevance. Okay, so 1 is billing relevance. So let's go step by step. Some items are relevant for billing and some items are not. For example, this PC is relevant for billing or its components are relevant for billing. You don't really want to price both at the header level and at the line item level, isn't it? Meaning both at the top level, part level, and at the component level. You want to make sure that you either price at the top level or at the component level, which means the PC is $650 and it includes a monitor, CPU, memory, blah blah blah. Or you're going to say, here is your PC, and depending on the way you choose it, the monitor costs $100, the CPU costs $250, memory costs $10, so on and so forth. Right? And the next one is pricing relevance. Very similar to what we have discussed. You can price either at the header level or at the top level or at the component level. Some of them you don't really price, some of them you price, some of them you give free of cost. For example, let's say we are not giving out this PC, or we are not pricing this PC at the top level, rather pricing it at the component level. So PC is not relevant for pricing, but the components are relevant for pricing. Let's say monitor is $100, CPU is $100, which includes a memory component of, let's say, $50, and then an extended service warranty of let's say $50 for 3 years, and printer, let's say, is given out for free because it's part of this package. You must have seen this already in Dell. So you buy this printer, you buy this PC, you configure it in such a way that if it exceeds a certain amount or under certain conditions, your printer is given out for free. Or even as part of a regular package, the printer is given out for free for all the materials that belong to a certain category, let's say PCs. When you're giving out for free, it definitely is still relevant for pricing. Only thing is, it's given at 100% discount. Alright. Next is a mouse pad, which is not relevant for pricing, maybe because it's too trivial a quantity. You don't really want to say that you have given a mouse pad for free, or it's not relevant for pricing because it's too trivial. Maybe it's like giving away a very small piece, more or less like a complimentary thing. But a printer is much more price-worthy. Maybe it's worth $100 if you buy it separately, but because he's buying it as part of the package, we are giving it at 100% discount, which is essentially free of charge. Now this will be shown in the bill because we want to show what is the top level part. This will be shown in the bill, this will be shown, this, and this will also be shown in the bill, but with a $0 saying, hey, you know what, the printer is $50, but I'm giving you it at $0 because I'm giving you 100% off. But a mouse pad maybe is not even relevant for billing, so it won't even go there. Or you might want to take a mouse pad down to the billing and say, hey, you know what, here is your bill and here is your mouse pad. I'm not charging anything for the mouse pad because it's not really chargeable. Okay, so it could, if you want to make it pricing relevant or billing relevant, you can make it. If not, you don't need to. And we're going to look at these controls step by step, but I'm just going to go over the details first, and then we're going to visit the respective flags. in the item category configuration. Next is delivery relevant and schedule line relevant. These things are very much interrelated. The same material PC 101 could be schedule line relevant in an order and schedule line relevant in a quotation, but in an order PC is delivery relevant, whereas in a quotation this is not delivery relevant. A very subtle change. An item can be made delivery relevant or not at the item category level, similar to the way an item can be made schedule line relevant or not at the item category level. When would you want to make anything or any item delivery relevant or schedule line relevant depends on the nature of the product and on the nature of the business process. Sometimes you make some products delivery relevant. Sometimes you make some products schedule line relevant. Most of the time when you have schedule line relevance, you mostly will have delivery relevance, with some exceptions like the quotation example that we have seen. Keep going. Is this schedule line relevant? Yes. 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 Is this schedule line relevant? Well, it's an extended service warranty. It's a service item. Why do we need schedule lines for that? Not necessary. Same thing here. It's not even relevant for delivery. Printer, although it's given 100% for free, it is relevant for delivery and it is relevant for schedule lines. And same thing with a mouse pad. Okay, remember, you cannot do a delivery unless you have schedule lines. But if you have schedule lines, that does not mean that you have to do delivery. And that is controlled by the delivery relevant flag. So we have seen 4 different properties: billing relevance, pricing relevance, delivery relevance, schedule line relevance. Now, as you can see, there are more properties as I've highlighted here, like weight relevant, credit active, special stock, completion rule, billing blocks, and so on. And like I said, not all of them are important at this point. We can slowly go step by step as we explore the other business processes and concepts. But as of now, if you understand these 4 different properties that we have discussed, along with the 5th one which we are going to see, which is the structural scope, that should be good enough for item categories. So let's look into the structural scope, which talks about the bill of material. Now TAN does not have anything here, it's blank, and that's the reason why if you go inside the document type, you'll see that. Let me just log in again. Looks like I have timed out. Here we go. We were trying to create an order. OR 1000 10 00 1000. Okay, and then we have PC 101 quantity 1. The item category is TAN, and TAN, if you look at the properties of TAN, go to SPRO, IMG, sales and distribution, sales documents, sales document item, define item categories. Go to TAN, select it, click on the magnifying glass, and in the structural scope both these fields are blank. Now I'm going to talk to you about a couple of item categories, especially TAP and TAQ, which have the structural scope and application set to A or B, and I'll tell you how it's going to make your items come alive with its components. But before we go there, I need to tell you something about item category group. What is an item category group? If you go to your material master, MM03 or MM02, select PC 101 and then select the sales org 2 view. Remember, sales org 2 view. Click OK, enter your plant and sales org distribution channel. Here we have the sales item category group. Forget about this is not important, but this is the one that is important. Okay, there is this subtle difference that you got to keep in your mind. Item category group. So we have item category group of norm for this material. Just for a bit, I'm going to change it to ERLA, or you can change it to LUMF. Okay, ERLA or LUMF. Let's change it to LUMF for now and save it. Right, and then go back to VA01 and enter your material, then type in PC 101 quantity 1. Oops, what happened? Okay, I don't know why the plant is not coming up, but let me put the plant here, and ooh, why aren't they being copied? And here we see an error message again. Monitor 101 is not copied from the bill of material. The system is trying to copy the components from the bill of material into an order, and it says it could not be copied. Now go to help and see if there is any message that you can make out and correct. And I can't seem to make out anything from here, because it says when the bill of material was exploded, it was established that no sales document item could be created for this material. Well, that doesn't really make any sense to me. So what I'm going to do is click OK, and then click OK to all the components, and then try and see where we have gone wrong by entering that material mon 101 and enter that material as 1. There we go. It says mon 101 is not defined for the sales org. The same error that we got for PC. So what we are going to do is go to MM02, enter the materials, go to basic data, go to additional data, and then make sure that the material is maintained in the respective languages. In this case, German. Again, let's try to create this order here. VA01 1000 and PC-101 1 quantity. Now the monitor is coming up properly, and I'm going to do the corrections that we have done already for the monitor for all the remaining materials. Right, now that we have corrected the material descriptions for all the materials in German, as soon as I enter PC-101, the quantity of 1, we got all the materials that come up beneath them as components. Now the CPU is not exploding into memory, which is a sub-level component. That is because the item category here is not TAP but instead TAN, which does not result in explosion. So how is this controlled? As usual, if you go to the item category and look at the structural scope here for TAN, this is blank, which says do not explode. But if you go to A or B, it says explode. When do you use A versus when do you use B? You want to use A when you have a simple level bomb and you only want to explode the top level components, which is what is happening in our case for TAP. So go back and check TAP, select it, click OK, and I think here we go, TAP. We have A, which is explode single level bill of material. Now if you go to TAQ, select it and look at the controls behind TAQ, it also says single level bill of material. If you want to explode multi-level bill of material, you could use an item category that has B as the structural scope, and under application make sure that you always choose SD01, which is the sales view of the bill of material. Probably by now you remember that these are all the different views that you had when you created the bill of material. Okay, so first is the structural scope, second is the application. Alright, so we have two different item categories, TAP and TAQ, and TAN, of course, the initial one that we started out with. So in total we have seen three different item categories. In some cases of our order, TAP is determined, and in some cases TAN is determined, some cases TAD is determined, and we are not entering them manually, but they are automatically picked up. So what really is causing this? Why is it coming up this way? So there should be some kind of a determination that's happening behind the scenes automatically. What are the controlling parameters? The controlling parameters in deciding the item category is called, or rather the fields are sales document type plus item category group plus higher level item category plus usage. All these four parameters put together will decide the item category. Okay, this is called, okay, let me go here, change the name to item category determination. Oops, where did I write it? Here, right? I think I named the wrong one. That's fine. So here is item category determination. Sales document type plus item category group plus higher level item category plus usage. These four parameters determine the item category. Now usage is something that is very rarely used, so we are not gonna worry about it at this point because it's not really very configurable. It's mostly something that you can change in user exits or somewhere in the coding. So we're not going, and it's very rarely used as well. So you really don't have to worry about usage. You can always claim that you have never used it. No worries. But you just have to remember that there is a fourth parameter called usage. Now, these three parameters, order type, let's say OR. And then item category group, the one that we have seen at the material master sales org 2 level. Okay, so let me open up another page and show you the configuration behind sales document type. So go to SPRO IMG, sales and distribution, sales documents, sales document item. Okay, and then assign item categories. So this is the equation where you determine item categories. Go to assign item categories, or I can take a screenshot here so that you can. This is all under SPRO. Go to assign item categories, or the transaction for it is VO, O for orange, V4. You can either do that or go to this menu path, and here we have the determination of item categories. In our case, OR item category group of LUMF or norm or whatever. Then we have TAP, the first piece of configuration. Right? First piece of configuration is this for the first line item. For the first line item as shown here. Okay, I think I've got to open the items just for a bit. PC-101-1, and then here we go. Okay, and the configuration for this tab is determined by this, which is an order of type OR, plus the item category group of this material is LUMF. Where do you see the item category group? Go to the material master sales org 2 view, and then you can see the item category group of that material there. Right, you can see the item category group of the material in the material master in MM01, 02, 03. This item category group is coming for the material from the material master group. So a property, one of the property comes from the document type, the second property comes from the material, and it's called the item category group, and the third property is the higher level item, which we don't have anything in this case. So let's open something, a new sheet, and then see how this works. Now we know that for line item 10 this is what has happened. So what about line item 20? For line item 20, look at this little column over here. I'm going to drag this guy here so that you can understand what is a higher level item. Okay, so here we go, higher level item. Look at this. Oops. This field is called the higher level item. That means that these are all components of the higher level item 10. So 10 over here refers to this 10. So in this case, the equation goes something like this: order type OR plus item category group for MON 101 is norm. How do I know that? I go to the material master, the line item, or you can go to the material master directly. But another easy way to go to the material master right from the sales order is to highlight that material and hit F8 and go to sales org 2 view, and you'll see that the item category group in this case is norm. Okay, plus higher level item category is TAP. So what about this? OR plus norm plus TAP. So let's go here, click on position and type in OR plus norm plus higher level item is TAP. The equation says that the resulting item category should be TAN. Right? Now paste that here. Here we go. Because of this little equation, we got the item category for this line item 11 monitor is TAN. So similarly, we can decide the line items, or rather make sure that we understand how the line items have been determined based on that little equation of ours called the item category determination, which essentially consists of 3 parameters: document type, item category group, higher level item. Now higher level item is not always mandatory, but at least the first 2 fields are mandatory: document type, item category group. If you know these 2 parameters at the line item level, you can determine the item category. And we have seen that the item category controls a whole bunch of properties at the item level, like delivery relevance, schedule line relevance, billing relevance, pricing relevance, returns relevance, credit relevant, completion rule, so on and so forth. But we have only seen 4 or 5 different fields. The fields being billing relevance, delivery relevance, schedule line relevant, pricing relevance, and structural scope, which decides how the bill of material should explode.